thought Peach or Daisy was a better character in general. And I'm not cursing the stream with that conversation. You all have to thank me.
Listen. The only thing that I'm going to say about that is that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but some opinions are wrong. Anyways, we have Tay versus Laurel Wood.
Yeah, good thing I'm right for a living.
I'm surprised the Wario's coming out here. A little bit. I fought Tay before as Puff, who's just worse Wario, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially in this matchup, and it worked out pretty well. But that being said, on paper, this is not a great matchup for Wario, so it's interesting that now is the time he pulls it out. But Rel is the kind of character where he doesn't care what the matchup is on paper. He just kind of plays what he's feeling that day. He just plays whatever.
But
I respect it.
I mean, I don't know if any of Rel's characters do particularly well into Mythra anyway. You definitely don't want to play like Wario, or not Wario, sorry, Ensign.
Ensign's almost even.
Really?
I would say. Yeah, because the edge guarding, it's so good.
Well, there's that. But
yeah, I would say Ensign's probably his best shot.
Everything besides
You are right though.
Everything besides the edge guarding though, you kind of just get mashed on.
Revenge. A lot of what Mythra has isn't actually true. You can revenge through it, but
That's true, but you can't use the revenge if you keep getting mashed on.
well, the reason why that matchup is probably losing is probably more to do with Pyra. Now, a lot of people don't like appreciate Pyra matchups as much as they should. That being said, it's not seeming to matter too much because Rel does have a small lead at the moment. Tay seems to like play a lot more risky than other players of his caliber. Like he will take risks that will get him like hard punished, which is very interesting to see. And for how good and simple the character is, we don't see as much Aegis as I would expect in this region. Tay is kind of just he's the biggest guy like rocking the character solo.
I mean, I kind of expect that from this region. I don't know if you saw our PR.
We have a lot of weird characters. Shoutouts to K-Bean, by the way.
Shoutouts to K-Bean.
He has been trying to get on that PR forever. Finally got on there. 13th, I believe. He has earned that title.
Yeah.
More than a lot of players, for sure.
And I know another person on Twitter who was happy about making PR was King Robo.
Yep. It surprised me when I found out that King Robo had never been PR'd, and that's another one of those, King K. Rool is another one of those characters where it's like, there's not a whole lot of representation. King Robo might, at the moment, actually be probably the second best K. Rool, at least the best in NA probably, because Kirby Kid doesn't play that much anymore.
That's true.
There's that one in Japan that was really good that beat Senra, but I don't know much about the Japanese scene. Robo's really good.
Yeah.
Who else is really good is Tay, who I would say Tay is actually doing quite well here because that waft from Rel is gone. Yeah.
That is true. Although, Rel's been, like, when I played against Rel, he went Wario. And he didn't hit a single waft. He was trying. But actually he would have, except he wafted right as I tried to recover as Marth. And I got to invincibility through it because Marth up B has invincibility frames on startup.
Yeah?
But yeah, he has not been having too much luck with those wafts, as far as I've seen. Maybe off stream he's been hitting a lot of those, or maybe not even playing Wario.
That's the weird thing about playing Rel, is that because he doesn't have like his quote-unquote main, I would say is Incineroar. Like if we're talking about skill with the character that he plays, I think Incineroar is his best character, but he always has so many characters in the pocket that like when you play against him, it always feels close.
Yeah.
It always feels super close, and then he just turns it up a little bit. Oh, Tay going Fox. I saw the Fox earlier when I was playing in Squad Strike, and let me tell you, it was doing a little better than the Aegis was in Squads. Squads is a little bit of a different story, but this Fox is pretty good.
Tae's Fox, because I also played against Tae in squads, his Fox was hilarious. He had Fox as his last character, and literally all he did was up smash. Like as soon as the Fox loaded in and he had invincibility frames, he was like, "I'm going to up smash and it's going to hit eventually." And he up smashed a lot and it hit eventually.
I'm sorry, I just have to stop you for a second. That up tilt hit and that up air didn't even trade. Oh, all right, sure. Anyways,
I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
It's all.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, he was up smashing though.
Yeah. That boy be up smashing when you're at kill percent. That's moral of the story.
Now, Rel actually looking kind of comfy in this matchup. I will say this is like the one region where if you're gonna secondary character Spaceys, just that you have to be on point because everyone in this region knows what Spaceys does with having as many PR players as we've had in the past, rocking at least one of them.
Yeah.
So you really have to be playing on point. We also have Moku in the region, who I don't know if they're PR, but low-key they're there. They beat Riddles.
Yeah.
In like a bunch of online friendlies that they had a grind session for like an hour.
Oh, I didn't hear about that, but
Yeah, they ran into each other in Elite Smash, and Riddles was just like, "Wow, who is this Fox?" So shoutouts to Moku. But look at Tae, he's brought it back.
yeah. Tae's Fox, outside of just the up smashing, when I played against him in squads, it was going off. He does have a good Fox. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, these are the two players that I lost to in the singles bracket today, actually.
Unbiased commentary.
Well, I can't hate on either of them because they both beat me.
Yeah, no, that wasn't sarcasm. My bad. It is like you wouldn't anticipate, like if I'm losing to someone and then I gotta go commentate for afterwards, I'm tight, right? I want both of them to lose, but nah. These we're not.
I win.
I win. But no, these are both some really solid dudes. So seeing them make it this far in the bracket, it's really nice to see. And honestly, this has been one of the biggest extra credits I think we've seen in a long time. 39, I think, was the total number of entrants that came out today.
Well,
between all the games, 40 entrants between all the games. So
yeah, but Ultimate only had like 26 people actually here after DQs.
I mean, honestly, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, that is.
That's still a really solid bracket, and it's not like it's 26 randos either. It is 26 like pretty solid players at the very least.
That's true. There were a decent bit of randos here last week.
Yeah, and I like the smaller extra credits because it lets me get a lot of good practice with like genuinely solid players all the time.
I like them because it means I have a greater chance of making top 8.
I like going to them because I get here for free thanks to KML.
That was a fantastic waft, though.
That was. Yeah, and that's kind of what I mean though. Like when things are generally very close versus rel, I can't really put it put a label on it. It's neutral play. It's neutral play. Our former best player in the DMV was very similar in that kind of regard, where they had deep pockets and they were playing neutral a whole lot. And I think Relwood kind of adapts that style in their own type of way, where they're just going to neutral you, and it doesn't matter how close it gets. They're going to win because they're the better player. But Tae, switching back to Aegis, and to his credit, he has been keeping it close, right? 2-0 score count doesn't always tell the full story.
Yeah, like we were talking about before. But I do think Tae has a more unique brand of Aegis, because like the combos that Tae gets are like mostly consistent with all Aegis players, but just like how he goes about getting them. Like I know there are a lot of points where just like he got incredible reads. That just in my experience with my set against him, he's really good when he has you like locked down when he's in your head, because he just gets like all of the hits. Like, especially at ledge. With those F smashes, I got hit by a lot of those.
Tay is very good, generally speaking, at playing safe. He plays super safe with Aegis. A lot of Aegises, they can kind of get lost in the sauce, especially with Mythra. And Tay is super, super disciplined, even with Mythra, to play things a little bit more on the patient side. Oh,
unfortunate. Yeah.
But yeah, that is one area where I would say Tay struggles. Is that recovery? The recovery is not always on point. That's kind of like the one big thing that I think Tay could work on a little bit more, and it ends up costing them their lead. And now look, 73%. But Rel Wood also has Ding, so all's well that ends well.
I wouldn't exactly call that a Tay-specific problem, though. A lot of Aegis players have trouble with that.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Absolutely. I don't know who Tay played, if they played before Aegis came out, and who they might have played. But it can be sort of a struggle, right? Is a lot of players will like to play to their character's strengths, which means that they don't always fully invest in, you know, working out their character's weaknesses, and that can be a big issue. So, and Tay is definitely one of those players. He plays to Aegis' strengths.
That's true. But I think the weaknesses should also be at least acknowledged at some point when you're practicing.
Yeah, I mean that's why we have so many like weird characters on our PR. It gets kind of memed a lot here in the DMV. But the reason why we have like 2 Ridleys and 2 Little Macs is because those types of players, they address the weaknesses of their characters. And really do their best to mitigate that kind of stuff. And I feel like Tay, if he can work on those little things, I think he's still a decent ways off from something like PR. But he's got the chutzpah.
Yeah.
He's got the chutzpah to get there.
He's not quite there, but he's definitely well on his way. Get down here.
And another player that is certainly well on their way to making PR. Because they didn't make PR this season, right? Is Rel? Or did Rel make PR?
Well, that's mainly because I think Rel wasn't as active this
yeah.
season.
Rel is a PR level player that they just attend when they want to. They don't necessarily care about attending all the tournaments to make that PR, and I can respect that too.
Well, didn't Rel make... I feel like Rel has made PR before.
That's what I thought too, but he played at the Arcadian.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he was not PR. He was eligible. So if he made it this season. I don't remember this season's PR because I was going through some stuff. But like, oh, gets caught with the up B, dude. Tay on the back foot right now.
Yeah, but
oh, this is so close.
But definitely like on the cusp of being PR many times. But this game is doable for Tay. Good get-up attack from Rel Wood. It's the only really way you get to beat out that neutral B from Pyra. And
oh,
not quite taking it,
yep.
but